Saturday night, I have an opportunity to be great. Not many times in your life do the stars align and the universe give you an opportunity to truly be great, to get a stadium built in a country across the world you've never been to. And I have an opportunity to be great, and the great ones find a way, and I'm gonna find a way Saturday night, baby.
Co-main event on one of the biggest cards of the year, and a rematch as well with someone that you know very, very well. What's going through your mind?
Man, I'm just really excited to be here. Abu Dhabi, you guys are amazing. Jiu-Jitsu! I know you guys are big into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA. We're so excited to be here and bring this over here again. And to be the co-main event spot with Khabib headlining this, it's massive, man. And I just want to get this one back so bad. 4 years ago, I lost the decision to Edson. I was young, I was green. It was only my 3rd UFC fight. This is my 13th, so I think it's time to show these guys what I'm really made of.
So this is a rematch. What did you learn about Paul Felder the first time around?
I learned he's a tough guy. He's one of the best, the top 10 in the world. And it's good for me because I know I need to train a lot. And I train a lot for this fight. And can't wait for Saturday night, guys.
Last question. Do you have a prediction for us?
On the main event?
Your fight?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the win. I'm gonna go in there and do what it takes to get the win in the judges' eyes, or submission, KO, whatever it is. Just do what I can and get that win and get back in the win column.
Brilliant. Great to see you on the card. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Joanne Calderwood.
MMAfighting.com, and I am here with Mirbek Taisimov, and we are joined by Joanne Calderwood, joined by Zubaira Tukhugov, and we are joined by UFC debutant Laron Murphy, Davi Ramos, and I'm with Andrea Lee ahead of our bout with Joanne Calderwood at UFC 242, and we are joined by Edson Barbosa ahead of his rematch with Paul Felder, ahead of his rematch with Edson Barbosa, which will act as the co-main event of UFC 242. I gotta ask you, Paul, I'm a fair-skinned gentleman myself, and the sun has not been very kind to me over here. No. How are you finding it?
I'm staying out of it as much as possible. I see everybody relaxing by the pool and going to the beaches. I'm like, I will be in the hotel, in my room. I have a balcony that I can, if I want to just peek out and look up at the sun and see the beaches and stuff like that, that's about as close as I'm getting to it right now. I'm not trying to get a sunburn before my fight on Saturday night. Could you imagine that this week is the week I decide I'm going to go get some sun and I get burnt to a crisp? No.
You know, with Felder, do you think the first time there was so much spinning going on? Do you remember landing that shot to his... Do you remember that?
Wow, I really remember that.
I nearly started crying watching it.
I really remember that. I remember it hurt my feet. When I catch him, I was like, it's by accident, of course. And I think he'll not come back. I remember when I catch him, I said, wow, he can't come back. My feet hurt like that, he can't come back. But he's a tough guy, you know. He's a tough guy, great fighter, and he's come back and do a good show.
Was that the hardest low blow you've ever landed, would you say?
One time somebody hit me, and my cups broke.
Wow.
Yeah, in a kickbox. That's crazy.
You don't use any trash talk, like Conor McGregor. Why?
I don't know. It's a silly question. If somebody says fuck you, I say fuck you back, but I'm not going to go out of my way to just assault somebody verbally. You know what I mean? It's just not how I roll.
I was speaking to a UK MMA journalist just before I got here, and he told me an amazing story about you, that you got shot in the face twice, I believe, and you spat the bullets out, is the way he described it to me. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? That's amazing.
Yeah, so basically before I started MMA in 2013, I got shot in the face. A few little things were going on at the time, but when that happened, it turned my life around. I ended up getting shot. Changed my mindset a bit. Got into training. That took me off that took my mindset off that kind of thing. My energy changed, and I just ended up loving it. So, yeah, here I am now.
Just one more question on that. Can you remember the situation, like how that happened? Like where you were or what?
Yeah. I was just chilling with my friends outside a barber shop. Ended up getting shot in the face. Obviously, you get shot. Have you played Call of Duty before?
Yes.
When you hear the ringing noise. Yeah, so I was just heard the ringing noise. It got up, woke up, and just thought, well, wow, I'm still here. Spat the bullets out. Got in the car, went to the hospital. You know, it's all a dream.
Crazy. Of course, Islam is known for his wrestling ability, and you have your fantastic jiu-jitsu ability. So, as he takes you down, is he playing into your hands? This is where you want to be, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's what. That's my home. Let's see if they can do that. You know, I don't think they're gonna do it. That you know, they're gonna keep the fight stand up. But let's see. You know, so I prepare myself to everything. I prepared myself to be a champion. If I wanna be a champion, I'm not just come here with my jiu-jitsu. You know, I know my jiu-jitsu is fantastic. It's completely different than whole guys of the division. You know. But I have to prepare myself to everything. That's what I'm coming for.
You know, if you go in there and you have a really impressive performance, is there potential that you could leapfrog Chukagian to be the next person to fight Valentina, do you think?
I keep hearing that. So yeah, I guess there is a strong possibility. I can't say for sure. You know, I mean, that wasn't really my thought, but now, it's something that I keep hearing. So now I guess it's something I need to look out for.
Is there any way the winner of this fight could potentially leapfrog Chukagian? Because a lot of people have commented on her style, and coming off the Liz Carmouche title defense for Valentina, some people don't think that the UFC would be in a big rush to put Chukagian in there. Is there any way that could happen, or do you feel like because of that loss, even though you felt like you won the fight, would kind of obscure that on you, even if you came away with the win?
Yeah, listen, UFC want to promote fighters that get in there and are violent and put on good performances. She's now got another fight, not against the title, against Valentina. So
Is that going to say what it says?
I think it does, but I mean, if she keeps on winning, then she does have a point. But at the same time, she doesn't really have, that ball is not in her court because she's not the matchmaker and she doesn't pull those shots. So I definitely think me and Andrea have a better chance than her.
Do you feel if you go out here and you have a big performance against Ferreira, and all the people in the world be watching this event, like maybe more so than the other events that were European cards, do you think that will help your visa situation? That will maybe let them see that you should be fighting in the US, and maybe they'll help you out in that regard?
They have to give me visa. So, I'm not criminal. I'm not like anyone, who do the bad things. I'm just sportsman. I put all my life into the sport, and I cannot follow my dream because of piece of paper, visa. Why we cannot fly there where we want, we are all humans, and that makes me very angry, but I still believe that I'm gonna get this visa, and I hope I will show a good fight on Saturday night, and I will get that visa.
Thank you so much.
This is my brother. He gave his best, and inshallah, we expect him to win Saturday. And I wish to all the fighters on the card that you go out of the cage without no injury. Have fun, be happy in the cage. It's our time. Inshallah, 15 minutes fighting, working, and after we go eat all together.
Yes,
I invite
and
you.
he will smash.
He will.
Ottoman Aztar, debutant tomorrow, of course. Thank you very much.
McDonald's, pancake, French toast, Snickers, everything, ice cream, vanilla. Wow.
Yes.
Mashallah.
And for all, I am the dessert.
Do you ever listen back to your fights and think that the commentators on duty that night did a terrible job?
I get mad at Joe, who's a friend of mine. I'll be like, man, I feel like he's throwing me under the bus. But you know what? I think that's because he actually likes me and was a fan of me. So you get more critical of. So any of you fighters out there, if I'm calling your fights and it seems like I'm ragging on you, it's probably because I actually like you and don't want to seem biased towards you. So sometimes some of my own teammates, I'll almost be putting them down like, oh, that was dumb. He shouldn't have done that. Because I'm thinking in my head, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? And you're better than that. So if we're talking a little trash, it means you're good.
No, I like money too. Who say I don't like money? Everybody like money, But this is not everything about money for me, this sport. But of course I like money too. Money is very important. But same time is very dangerous too, because if money go inside your mind, but if you have money on your hand, this is good. You can do a lot of stuff. You can help a lot of people. But if money go your inside your mind and you think about all the time about money, this one is problem. Wait, одно и то же. How many times I ask about my father? Like he asked me about what he asked me yesterday. I don't come to media. I say I come, but I don't talk with media. I come, stare down, and I leave. But why I don't talk with media? Because like 3 months, same question. Father, what do you think about Dustin? He's good. What do you think? You respect him? No. Like, how is your training camp? Like 90%, all same. Right now, same thing, you know. But right now, I wanna leave. They say no, you have to go. But you guys have 90% same question. How many times I ask, like, give answer about my father? Maybe for this week, maybe I don't 15 or 20. One question. No, it's like.
Man, let me tell you, that was the first thing I said to my corner. I was like, this place is so hot. I couldn't breathe properly. It was, you know, I come from altitude, so I believed I would have great cardio out here, which I felt it did. But the heat really sapped my energy really quick. So I just had to like bite down and keep going, you know?
I was feeling really relaxed and really ready. I really believed in myself. I was like so focused, and like when I fight, I like to be happy. Like I enjoy being violent. That's what I like to do. And the song that came on before my walkout song, when I was standing in the arena waiting for my walkout song came on, that just pumped me up and just brought me back to who I am. And it just put me right in that place. I need to figure out what that song was because it was like spot on. I give a lot of credit to that song for just getting me back to where I was before and just, you know, going out there and having fun.
Are you aware of how much of a prospect Liana Jojova was? Like, she's very highly touted coming from Russia. Were you aware of that going into this fight?
I saw on Instagram how big of a following she has. If you follow her, make sure you follow me too. I know she's super talented. You can't be in the UFC and not be talented. But I knew I belonged here, and I knew I've been here for a while, and I want to stay here, and I had to prove that tonight.
Listen, I've heard this so many times, opponents saying that they're going to stand with me, and then they always shoot, and that's why we work so hard on my groundwork and my dirty wrestling, like scrambles, and we work on everything, and we just know that in the back, obviously I want to keep it standing, but it's MMA at the end of the day, and I know these girls are going to shoot. Well, I just got told I threw like 270 shots, so I'm thinking that's a good number, but there's always room for improvement.
It was hot, man. The first guy that fought, he was in our locker room and he came back and he said, "Oh man, it's steaming hot down there. I drained all my energy, so be careful." So then we were like, "Oh crap!" It got me scared a little bit in my own head. So we turned off the air conditioners in the locker room. We're like, "All right, we'll warm up with the heat on." We didn't do that much of a warm up. We kept it a little slower so we could save the energy for the cage. After the first round was okay. The second round, he started draining a little bit, but then hearing that crowd, that gave me the energy, the second boost that I needed, and I knew I was gonna be able to get that finish in the third.
The prank you played on Paul Felder, it was amazing. Can you talk us through that there? And did he fall for it? Because it was hard to tell. The video kind of cut out at the end.
Yeah, we had a, you know, it was great having my teammates down here with me all week, having a guy on the card with you. Because fight week, you don't want to sit there and be depressed in your room thinking about the fight all week. So it was fun having your teammates here joking around. The prank we played on him was huge. It was fun. The guy that, we met a guy over here, his name is Abraham. He was showing us all around this place. Beautiful guy, taking us out to dinner. And then he's like, "Oh, you know Paul Felder? Can I meet him?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, man. We'll go up there and meet him." But right when we got out the room, me and Jared Gordon were like, "Hey, we're going to tell him you're a prince. And you have to kiss his," and he has to kiss your hand. No, please. No, I don't want to do that, please. I was like, "Dude, just do it. Do it." He's like, "Brother, no, please. He's going to hit me. He's going to hit me." I was like, "Dude, we're going to go in there. We're going to do it." We went in the room and we told him. And then Paul's like, "Really?" And then I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay." And then he was going to do it. But then I felt bad. I was like, "Oh, no, we're just joking around." It would have been funny. Everybody's telling us we should have pulled the trigger too early, but I felt bad because the guy was so scared. I was like, man, I felt bad for this guy. He's just a fan.
What expectation? I didn't expect. I don't expect, but I go for. You know, expecting is like another word for. I don't use this word. I work hard. I train very hard. I gave my best. I'm happy with win and lose because I cannot blame myself or judge myself. but I know that I'm gonna give 100% in the cage, and I knew that a lot of people were questioning if I deserved to be in UFC because it was my debut, and they were questioning if I was fit for this card. Alhamdulillah, I showed them. Alhamdulillah, Allah made it possible that I could show them in the first round knockout. Now, no any question anymore, huh?
Thank you so much. I feel great because a lot of people coming. Thank you, brother. I feel great because a lot of people coming to support me to Abu Dhabi. A lot of people from Russia, from Dagestan, my family, my friends. This is a little bit pressure for me, but I'm very happy.
I was very prepared for this fight, to fight 25 minutes. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Maybe, of course I'm going to beat myself up, and I'm the only one who has to deal with this, me and my family. But I'm just wondering if maybe against the fence, when I got underhooks, if I could have tried a little bit harder to get off the fence, maybe. But that's just questions that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. I thought for sure he was winning the rounds, obviously, taking me down and dominating, but I felt like he was squeezing hard. We were getting slicker. I felt like he was getting a little weaker. Coming into this fight, I thought later in the third, fourth, and fifth were going to be my rounds. Not that I was planning on giving up the first two, but I knew they were going to be tough. So coming back to the stool after each of those rounds, in the beginning, I wasn't getting damaged a whole lot with shots that were hurting. He cut me, but I thought the deeper we got into the fight, the more slick I was going to be able to be. But that's fighting, man. Stuff is tough. The guillotine was really deep, but for the rest of my life, I'm gonna look back and wonder why I didn't jump full guard with it. I just threw one leg over so he couldn't pass to take the choke off. I should have jumped full guard. I don't know why I went shin across the stomach with the right leg or whatever I had, a butterfly with it. I should have went full guard so he couldn't roll out and relieve the pressure. When I heard him, maybe in the back of my head, the takedown was, I felt like I couldn't get anything going with my stand-up. He's very awkward. He dips his head and throws uppercuts. We never got into an orthodox kickboxing or boxing exchange on the feet. It was all one punch at a time, or him dipping and throwing a knee, or him dipping and throwing an uppercut. I didn't get a rhythm. I felt like the way he was pulling back, it was hard for me to set up my combinations and get into a rhythm. I know I sound like I have a lot of excuses, but I was just so prepared, for tonight. This one really hurts.
And I know it's probably not what's on the top of your mind right now, but Khabib did say after the fight he was going to donate to your charity. And then I don't know if you heard Dana when you're in the back there, he said he's going to match whatever Khabib contributes. What does that mean to you?
It's great, because it's going to help a lot of people. We're building a water well in Uganda. So, that I'm sure with the memorabilia sold, we're going to reach the goal and build a solar power water well with a tower for the pygmy people in orphanage and school in Uganda. So I'm proud of that, But I wanted to leave tonight the world champ and just let myself down, man. But I appreciate them, helping out the charity. It's been growing, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, I knew I had him hurt. He does a really good job of keeping a good poker face and not acting like he's hurt, but I saw his legs go. I had trouble landing my shots. I was worried about his takedown. I started throwing a lot of looping shots, not being slick and setting up combinations. And the shot that I hurt him with, I believe I threw a jab cross and switch stance. That way I can still be in range with power shots when he pulled back. And I threw a right straight from an orthodox stance that clipped him and hurt him. He circled well, had a good poker face. I didn't go crazy like I usually do. I kind of pulled back after I threw a couple looping shots that missed.
I think I threw a knee right after that clipped him a little bit too. I think I hurt him with that as well. I just didn't do enough, you know, and I have to live with it for the rest of my life.
I hope, it's like, what interesting in this sport, even if you're 28 and old, 12 and old in UFC, you one of the biggest stars, you smash everybody. People gonna talk about, you have to fight with him, you have to fight with him, we have to fight with him. Give me just respect. Put me on #1 pound for pound fight next week. And because I think I deserve this. Because I dominate, with all my opponents. I'm undefeated, And I think I deserve some respect.
You obviously care about your legacy and stuff a lot. Everyone wants this Tony Ferguson fight to happen. It's fell apart 4 times before. Dana said that's the next fight as long as he accepts it. How important is it for this fight to happen finally?
My next opponent is very good steak with burger double cheese. I want this one, and with some juice with ice. I want to enjoy a little bit. Give me a couple days, guys, please.